Greetings and salutations, comic book conversationalists all across the fruited plain from border to border, coast to coast, and all points in between. This is Comic Book Hangover. My name is Scott, and this week we have 2 weeks worth of new comic books to talk about. So I wasn't able to do a video last week. It's been kind of crazy. So I have a few books from last week and a few books from this week. So why don't we just jump right into it and talk about the books we got picked up. All right. So last week I grabbed Monkey Prince. This is number 10 of 12. There you go. And so 10 of 12. So we're 2 more issues left in this maxi series. We'll go on this side here. There we go. Got 2 more issues of this maxi series. This one is actually part of this Lazarus Planet thing that DC is doing. So I read that Lazarus Planet one shot that I got. It's okay. This I'm just gonna. It's Monkey Prince. So I'm gonna check it out because it's Monkey Prince, and that's the only reason why. The next book that I got last week, one of my personal all-time favorites, we have Fables number 157. So again, just a few more issues of this to go, and then we've got, that's the end of the miniseries. So I'm not really looking forward to the miniseries ending, but you know what? I'm glad that we were able to get some more Fables. It's a lot of fun. It's great seeing these characters again. Speaking of great characters, and this one's ending. This is the final issue of Strange, issue 10, because, of course, Doctor Strange is coming back. Gotta have Doctor Strange, I guess. But I think Clea is going to be sticking around. I don't know if she's still going to be Sorcerer Supreme. I'm kind of on the fence as to whether or not I want to buy the new Doctor Strange book. I kind of want to get it because it is Doctor Strange. He is kind of one of my favorite characters. Clea quickly became one of my favorite characters with this book here. But I've seen the covers. I haven't seen any of the interior art, but on the covers, they're starting to draw Doctor Strange to look like Benedict Cumberbatch. And that always takes me out of a story. Anytime I watch or anytime I read a comic book that has a movie and they start drawing the characters in the comics to match the celebrity who plays him in the movie, plays him or her in the movie, that always takes me out because that takes away from the uniqueness of the character, and it just becomes just a carbon copy of the actor. And so I don't know. I'm gonna wait until I get until I actually see some interior art. Hopefully, the interior art isn't as bad as some of the cover art I've seen, because drawing him like Benedict Cumberbatch is not a good idea in my personal opinion. But final issue of Strange. The another thing is actually, it's been so busy, I haven't even had a chance to read any of these books yet. So the next one, and I think this is my last issue for this series, Savage Avengers number 9. I think this wraps up the 2099 series, although maybe the next issue wraps it up. I'm not quite sure if it's going to be issue 9 or issue 10, but it is coming to an end for me. It is a great series, but honestly, I don't need to be reading another book just because I'm dropping stuff. Because and as I'm dropping stuff, I'm picking stuff up. So we have Nightclub number 2. Not a huge Mark Millar fan personally, but this book is a lot of fun. Plus, it's $1.99. Anybody who's willing to put out their stuff and only charge $1.99 for it, I'm gonna check it out. And this is one of those pleasant surprises. Like I'm always saying to people, you got to check out something new. You can always go into your local comic shop and pick up your regular stuff, but you also want to check out something new, because you never know when you check out something new and it turns out to be a major surprise and you very much enjoy it, like Nightclub. First issue was a lot of fun. Facsimile, Incredible Hulk number 1 from back in the day. I'm not sure if I have this yet or not, because I noticed that Marvel has been doing this thing where they're reprinting their facsimile editions, and they're doing like second prints or whatever of them. Ugh. Excuse me. So that I think I might have a True Believer copy of this. I don't know. I have to look through my list. But those are the books that I picked up last week. So let's talk about some of the books that I picked up this week, which do include some variants, including what I think was probably the biggest release this week, one of the biggest books to be announced in a long time, from Dynamite, Darkwing Duck. I grabbed this cover because I thought it was kind of cool. I always like these covers where they sort of have a distress look to them, so it looks like an old comic book. Grab that cover and this one because I thought it was just a damn sweet cover. I think this was an FOC cover, so I had to grab this one. Just had to have it. There's a couple of other ones I want to get. I also kind of like how on this one here, they do the whole Batman thing on there. So they got like Darkwing Duck up there. It looks like a little bit Batman. There's this cape behind the logo as well. But that look is pretty cool, and I can't wait to dive into some Darkwing Duck. Speaking of variants, the Boogeyman number 5. This is Ghost Rider, the the Danny Ketch run, issue like 90 or 91, and this was the Back in Black cover where Ghost Rider finally ditches that god awful cyberpunk look where he had the oranges and the yellows and the reds and that ugly looking Tron bike of his. He gets back to basics. He gets his chain back. He gets his leathers back and gets his spikes back. And that was a cover that they homaged with that one here. Another facsimile edition. This one, I never got around to getting this the first time around. Seems like I have maybe like a $1 reprint of this, but whatever. Invincible number 1, because why not, you know? All right, another wrapping up this series, Creepshow number 5. I like these covers. I'm going to get me one of these racks one of these days. I like those racks, and I'm going to have one day. Within my lifetime, I will have a wire rack for some comics, and I'm going to fill it with facsimile editions because I got plenty of those. And finally, this is the penultimate issue of Sergeant Rock versus the Army of the Dead. Again, a book that I only picked up because Bruce Campbell is writing it. I'm a huge fan of Bruce Campbell, so anything that he's going to do, I'm going to check out. And as it turns out, the book is really fun. It's a very entertaining series. I'm very much enjoying it. So those were all the books that I picked up these last 2 weeks. I also got to say, I did officially drop She-Hulk as a series that's kind of gone nowhere for like 8-9 issues or something like that. Nothing has happened in that series. The covers are gorgeous, but even those are really not that exciting when I'm really being honest about it. And I saw an upcoming release, a cover for it. There's a variant cover where she's washing her laundry. How exciting. So She-Hulk is no longer on my pull list. Ghost Rider is walking up the steps to the chopping block. If nothing exciting happens in that one, I'm going to be dropping that one as well very soon. I'm hoping not, because I'm a huge Ghost Rider fan, and I'm hoping the book kind of pulls itself together and finds a direction finally. But that said, those were all the books that I picked up last week and this week as well. I am looking forward to next week. There's a book coming out next week that I want to check. That I'm wanting to check out. I'm also thinking about grabbing that Archie versus the World that came out this week. Actually, my LCS does those contests, those drawings, and I actually put my name. That was one of the books that they were raffling off, so I put my name in for that. So hopefully I win that and get to check that out next week. But that said, I'm going to wrap this up right now. I was actually able to do the video inside the house today, so I got a neat little background. I'm actually using my dad's TV for this, so sorry to ruin the magic, but I'm a huge Max Headroom fan, and an opportunity to do something like this, I gotta take it. Unfortunately, I'm not able to do like a video gimmick where I'm doing the stuttering and stuff that Max does, but we'll do what we can. But that said, everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your continued support. I very much appreciate it. Also, check me out. I've got TikTok where I do videos for the comics that I pick up every week. I do have an Instagram. Of course, I got YouTube. There's Twitter and Facebook, but those are kind of like those are getting to be like dumping grounds for a bunch of negativity. So I'm not sure I'm going to do with those anymore. But Instagram, TikTok, I got those. I'll put links to those down below or something like that. I don't know. But that said, everybody have a great day. I hope everybody had a great new comic book day. That's wrapping up, and I'm ending this. Have a good night.